Swing Studio at Newbury and Crookham Golf Club, and one of the things I want to talk to you about today is managing your launch direction in putting. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because it's a key fundamental that you need to get right in order to become a good putter. One of the more common faults that I tend to see in lessons with people is they actually have the inability to start the ball on their intended start line. So they'll either have a push or a pull bias. And quite quickly they'll start to compensate by adjusting their speed control or changing the read of the green that they've initially made. Now, they could have had the correct read to start with, but now they're starting to compensate for their technique. Now, the reason why we need to sort of improve our launch direction is because if we did start to compensate with our speed control or the rig we put on the putt, is that we're relying on too many variables to get right. So, how can we improve this? Well, if we just talk about launch direction for a second, I'm going to talk about the 1 degree launch angle from the intended start line. Now, the reason why I picked that 1 degree is because 1 degree is very achievable for any golfer of any ability. And 1 degree from 10 foot, or 1 degree if I launch the ball 1 degree offline from 10 foot, I will actually touch the hole. So therefore, it will give me a chance of holding the putt with a good read. So what drills can I do at home to try and give me instant feedback and try and improve my launch direction? Well, what I've done here is I've set up a gate and I've got a couple of balls to try and sort of give me an idea if I have a push or a pull bias. Now, this gate is set up 20 inches away from where I'm going to hit the putt, and it's 6 centimetres wide. Now, those two aspects are quite key because those two points there, they actually give me a 1 degree tolerance on launch direction. So if I start hitting the gate on the left or the right hand side, that means I've pushed or pulled my putts, and I'm not going to hit the hole from 10 foot. And 10 foot is a really key area out on the course, and if you can hold more putts from that range, it's really going to improve your score. So if I hit a couple of putts here, let's see if I need to work on my launch direction at all, or if my launch direction is okay. So you don't actually need a hole at home. The key thing is that we have the gate set up at that distance I mentioned earlier. I do have a hole set up here, but I'm purely focusing on if I can launch the ball through that gate. Okay, so I'm going to hit a couple of putts here. I'm going to go through my routine. That's really important that you get into the habit of using your routine so that it becomes far more sort of like reliable and consistent, and it gives it a real feel, if you like. So we're not trying to rush this drill. So if I just set up here, hopefully I hold the putt, but the most important thing is that I launch the ball through this gate here. So let's have a go. Okay, so through the gate, I hold a putt. So good start. Let me try that again. Let's see if we can get 2 in a row, or was it just luck? Okay. Let's try again. Okay, just missed a hole on the right hand side. It did sort of get a bounce off the backboard and drop in, but the most important thing there is I launched it through that gate. So I'm quite happy with that putt. Let's just have a go again. Okay, and we hold it that time. So I've hit 3 putts there and I've launched it through that gate every time, so I'm quite happy with my launch direction. But like I say, if I start hitting the gate on the left hand side or the right hand side on a consistent basis, then it gives me a good idea of what I need to work on. I've only hit 3 putts there, so it's not a very reliable outcome to say I'm like perfect. I could hit another sort of like 7 putts and I might hit the gate a couple of times. We don't know. But this drill really gives you a good idea on what you need to work on, and if there's any areas you need to improve on in terms of do you have a push or a pull bias. Now, one of the things I can recommend to try and help if you are struggling is actually to use a line on the ball, because basically your perception of straight might not be correct. And having the line on the ball just makes it a lot easier to aim. But anyway, I hope this drill really does help you at home and improve your putting. And if you need any help at all with the drill, please feel free to get in touch, and I look forward to hearing from you.